Okay, so this is something very different than I'm usually doing. Well, more different how I'm going about doing it. So, a couple months ago, I was given a wood lathe for Christmas. You're watching this and it's probably be like, wait, Christmas was like 5 or 6 months ago, depending on where this gets uploaded. Well, it's just the beginning of March, so I'm just now getting to this because it's either been cold or I've been working on commissions and had other stuff to do. So, anyway, I have this wood lathe. Forgive the mess behind it. So I was given this. It's older than me, probably older than my dad. I don't know how old it is, but it's Sears, and everything I find online basically was someone talking about, it being their grandpa's. So, that'll be interesting. So my basic plan for this is I'm making kind of a trench mace type deal. Instead of just a straight trench club, I'm gonna make some sort of head on it and with spikes on it. So with kind of more of a mace handle. I don't know, mostly it's just me playing around with this, seeing what I can do. I have a piece of 2x2 oak in it at the moment. I couldn't get hickory in 2x2s, so I'm going with oak. Still a hardwood, not ideal, but better than nothing. Although I did manage to find some stuff that is 2x2 hickory, so hopefully I'll go by doing that a little later. But for now, just testing out some oak. It's a little softer, so, do the bit of work. I have a bit of a piece missing here because I was looking at just testing it out a bit. I can only find the little bits and details on how to use the tools, so I'm just gonna kind of mostly have an idea and just kind of see as I go, as I usually do. So I guess without that, I'm going to quit talking and hopefully don't have something slip from my hand and fly back and impale me. I actually had someone give me that potential thing to worry about while I was talking about this a few months ago. So yeah, let's go. Interruption here. I was kind of, cutting away at this and it just kept loosening up and just kept stopping. I couldn't figure out why. I would retighten this end here and the same thing would happen over and over again. I couldn't figure out why, so they just kept loosening up. I'm like, that's not getting shorter because it's threaded in place and still tight. And then I realized I forgot to tighten this little nut here that keeps the whole thing from sliding back and forth. So, yeah. Glad there's just operator error, though. Not gonna lie, working at a factory, sometimes operator error is the best thing because if it's not, you have a lot of major problems. Operator error is usually easy to fix. Okay, now that I have my lathe work done, it turned out roughly like I wanted. It's a little smaller than it's a little smaller than I anticipated, but I'm still learning. It stormed and my shop leaks. That's why that is discolored. But anyway, so for the head of the mace, I got a nut here. This is like a 1 inch, the biggest I could find. I was looking for like trailer hitch nuts because they're massive, but unfortunately I could only get those if I bought the whole hitch. Locally, I'm sure I could go online and find just the nuts, but anyway, so 1 inch nuts what I went with. I'll probably be trying to get those later for more like small baseball bat type stuff, but for now, this will work. So I had it screwed on a little bit yesterday, which was when I did all this, and it actually fit pretty well, and just swaying around a little bit, it would definitely work very well on its own. But, well, I wanted to give it a little more damage. So I made these little 1/2 inch long, 1/2 inch round metal studs. Kind of run off a little bit. If my camera, there it goes, my camera won't focus. But what I'm going to do is just kind of weld them on there, have them all the way around, so that way, you know, you get a little more damage. And I will be back with you once that's done, because I'm not filming welding. Okay, so, as you can see, I am not a great welder. Neither is my welder. So, it's on there. It works. And I don't want to get the other one of these because, you know, still want to use it. So I got some JB Weld mixed up here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of apply it to some of these threads here. So that way when I go to screw it on, it stays. If you've looked at the piece of wood there, there's actually thread marks on it. But, yeah, I don't really trust that to hold it very well. So a little bit of JB Weld definitely help out. I'm going to put it on this so that way when it screws on, it doesn't squeeze out of the bottom here. It goes out the top. But, basic assembly. Kind of twist it on. There we go. I tighten up best I can. There. Okay, now that it's assembled, honestly, this is really all you have to do. It would definitely work in a trench fight or, I don't know, cracking watermelons, which will probably be what I use it for. But honestly, I want it to look a little bit different, so I'm going to give this a nice wood stain. I was going to paint this black, but now I'm looking at it, I kind of like the metal look. So, going to get some stain this up, seal it, and go play around with it for a little while.